Welcome to Trading Lounge and the gold report for Monday 23rd of August. We're looking at two counts. This is a weekly chart for US spot gold. We're looking at two counts here, as you may know. One of them is a irregular flat, which is the A, the B, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave of 4 here. A little bit dodgy, but we'll continue with it. The other one is the descending triangle pattern for wave 4 over here for that. So that means from wave C here to wave D, we'll be looking for an A, B, and C wave for the wave D, and then an A, B, C for this pattern here as well. We'll need to move that along there a little bit, so let's just do that. So I'll take that from here and then to the D wave and then to the E wave here, something of this nature, and then pushing up from that point. So we've got those two counts. Let's go and look at the triangle pattern first, which we can do from the weekly chart here into a 2-day, nothing special about the 2-day. So it would be like this here, so wave C here, an A wave up here in 5 waves, so it does appear that we're getting 5 waves, so A, B, pulling back 50 or 60%, and then wave C here for wave D, and then down for wave E here. That may drop down below this and suck everybody in, or be shorter here, so we'll just have to be a little bit mindful of that, and we'll just count the structure because it should be 5-3-5 structure here for that. So we'll just be mindful of that. In fact, I'll just bring that down there just to remind us about that. So moving in here a little bit further, I think I'm on to this chart here for that. So it would look a bit like this. So from the low here of 1 and 2, and we've been through here on the tick chart and we've counted all that with, as you know, and we've been through here on the tick chart here. We've been looking for wave 4 or wave B in this junction here, and that's still possible that we could get wave B here. It's looking like wave 4 though, so that means that we'll push up for wave 5 here of A, then have an A, B, C back, and then push up for C of D, which will take us above the 61.8%. Triangles don't respect the 61.8% that much, so need to be mindful of that. Then the A, the B, and the C to finish off over here for that. Because we appear to be getting 5 waves here, well, a new high above wave 3 here would tell us that that's 5 waves and confirm that. Then it will be confirmed that we get an A, B, C, and then we'll get another 5. So just on the 2-hour chart, just to drill into that a little bit more and get a bit more definition into that. I haven't got the overhead trend line coming through for that, but we've got 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4. We looked last time on the intraday of having wave 4 here with wave 1 here in ABC for, anyway, we'll look at that in a moment. But what I can say, and what's important here really, is that taking that top out here would confirm that we're getting wave 5. And that's really important, because if we get 5 waves here, then we'll have an ABC and we'll get another 5. Okay, that's the important point. With all of this. So this could just drop down here, and if it does drop down here, then we need to look at that as an A and a B and a C wave here, and then we're coming into the B wave at that point. So taking those tops out there would create that 5th wave there. So from this point, I won't go to the tick chart just yet. I think it's important that we go back to the weekly chart and just quickly have a look at the other count, which will be squashed up in here, and that's the irregular flat where we have wave 3 here, an A wave, a B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave 4, and we just push straight up and we just continue to have 5 waves up through here. So based on that, let's go in and have a look at that count. So it's still the same count here. We've got 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and going up for wave 5 of 1, and then we have an ABC back for wave 2 here. So this will be, if this is correct, this will be a pretty exciting trend to catch up here. We won't know if it's part of wave D or wave 3 going up here, but I do suggest it's probably be a point, if you were thinking of buying gold or something, that would be the point to perhaps have a small position which we could build into. So first things first, we do need to confirm that we're going to get that move to the upside here. This line here is the 38.2% retracement level of wave 4 from low wave 2 to wave 3. So it could get pulled back and become a little bit more uglier from here, but we'll go in and check that in a moment. So they're the two counts we've got. All right, so the next step is to see if we do get those 5 waves up there, because that's going to dictate what's going to be the next legs in all of this. Right, so it could still be that we just have 3 waves up here as an A, B, and C wave to that particular point in time. So I think from here, I don't know if we had the hourly chart or the tick chart. Let's just look at the tick chart, shall we? Let's see what we've got here, just to bring some more data in. Okay, this is enough data. So last time we spoke about this, we were looking at possible wave 3 here. We know that the wave 4, the 38.2% retracement level, is back down at 1765. So this is all of subgroup 2 here. 65, 72 and 80. We got nice support on that, and we're looking at the minor level 18 here. And we looked at this as the A wave, an A and a B and a C wave. Not a very good B wave here, I have to say, because it should finish in 5 waves, but as an A and an A, B, and C here. Maybe this can come over to here. I haven't really pulled that apart, or have I? I can't remember. The weekend got in the way of the brain cells. So what we did start doing, though, and notice we counted this up as 1 and 2 here, and I was very happy and comfortable about this. The wave 4 was a bit dodgy, but in all, a nice wave 1 here, and an A and a B and a C back for wave 2 here, and then we started to count up here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's okay. But I have to say this wave 2 here is a little bit big compared to wave 1. We can still work it, but it's just kind of, I'm kind of thinking, oh, maybe not, you know. So we'll see. But we do now have a nice impulse wave for all of this. So we could count 5 waves up. I'm not quite sure what low we should take it from. It's probably something like that, but I'll need to check on other platforms to see which is the low here. We could say that, or can say that this is the 3rd wave here, and there'll be a 4th in here, and we're coming up to the 5th. So what we should see here is we could see some sort of retracement come back before heading to the upside. Yeah, I mean, we could have all this very complicated here, and we could have this wave 4 that's actually not completed over here, or coming down for that wave B even further down. So there's a bit of dodginess in all of this. So I don't know if I should stay with it or chuck it in the bin and all those sort of things. But I think if I just go to the bigger picture here for a moment and just say to myself, well, let's just chill and let's see if we get a move above the top of this wave 3 here, because if we get that, then we can count 5 waves up here, and we can look for this wave 1 here, or the other count that we had. This is the ABC back for wave 2. So we need to see a classic trading levels pattern across that 18 here, which will be a bit like this. So we've got the arrival, the reaction. We're kind of thinking the first high above the level now with 5 waves up here, but we're about here somewhere, and we want to take that top out because this is really ugly here. I shouldn't say that ugly word, but ugly is ugly, isn't it, in a way? But anyway, that mess here, and yeah, let's just see how that plays out. Although that will be one pattern, this will be, I got that mixed up. No, it's this one I'm looking for when it comes back below the level here, because coming back below the level here will be this ABC pattern, or it could be part of the triangle as well. We won't know that until we're into it, but I think it's worthwhile trading. Once we get this ABC into place, it would be worthwhile building into that that side of it there. So this, I've just sort of should shaping this up. That can be wave A over here, and when we pull back for wave 2 here as the ABC, wherever that may be, it can be wave B there as well, and then wave C would be over here for D. So I don't know which one we get, but it's probably worth having, you know, because we've got 5 waves coming up here, then it's probably worthwhile once we get the B wave into play. It might be simple because a wave 2 should be just 5, 3, 5. Now the B wave can be like that as well, but the B wave could also be quite messy as well and complicated. So if we see this ABC is getting not simple but complicated, then we'll also know that it's wave B at that point. Okay, and that could be helpful at that point. So that could be one thing that could be helpful. There's probably a few others as well. But yeah, first things first, and as I mentioned last week, we still need to confirm that this is a wave 4 and moving up and not some sort of wave B coming down here with the A wave eventually being here and the B wave being over here somewhere and the C wave for the D here and then go into this one over here. So yeah, I mean, as physical gold holders, it's looking good because you don't really care about the $100 in vibration, basically in swings. But as a CFD trader, you need to not get the bread and butter knife out. You need to get the surgical knife out because you're leveraged and it's risk and it's a whole other ball game, and it's not a place for young players. Alrighty, I'll leave the gold at that, and I want to have a look at the US dollar index, the DXY here. So quite an interesting development here now. I mean, it's not that it's come quickly or anything, but wave 3 here with an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here for wave 4. It's come and touched on the box here. So we've been counting this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So it's possible that we've got a top in play now for this market. So I've been counting this up here, and we can look at this as 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, ABC for the fourth, and then we're looking for 5 waves up here. So I'm just assuming we've got wave 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4 in here, and then a little 5 waves up here. So I think that's the top. So if it goes beyond that, then I'll be left scratching my head a little bit, and we'll need to look at another bigger correction to the upside, because I do feel like it's corrective based on the fact that this here is off the low here is in 3 waves and not 5 waves. So let's just see how that plays out. So that's the US dollar index play at that point. So we want to have a look at the yields now. Without going into the bigger picture, this is the US bonds yield 10 years here, the 4-hour chart. Once again, we've been looking here at wave 3 here with an A wave, a B wave, and then we were looking for the turn here and looking for 5 waves to the upside. So we've counted those 5 waves to the upside. It does appear that we've got 5 waves down through here. So I was looking at this being wave 1 and then wave 2 and 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm not quite sure if I need to put wave 2 just here, or we put wave 2 over here and look at that as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave. So I'm not quite sure about that in there. I haven't really pulled it apart, so we'll just sort of wait and see how that plays out. But if everything goes according to plan, then we can look at wave 3 coming into play here for this there, and then wave 4 and then wave 5 down here for wave C. So we're going to get a strong bounce off the number 1 here, trading level 1. So that's where that will be played out at that point. So we'll just leave that at that, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.